Are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? It's your boy McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Season 1, Episode 3. So this episode once again stars Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, aka Sam Wilson. Yeah, I just remembered that. I forgot his actual name for some reason. I don't know. And it also stars Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. And in this episode, they're like continuing their little mission to stop the Flag Smashers, which is a terrorist group that's like trying to get things back the way they were during the blip. Which I can't really get into because this is spoiler-free review and this would be spoilers. But you know, they basically how they do it is they terrorize people and just commit a lot of crimes to achieve their goal of getting everything back to the blip, which is what makes them a terrorist group. So anyway, Sam and Bucky are continuing their mission to stop this terrorist group, right? And in this episode, they learn they meet they don't meet a lot of new people, but they reconnect with a lot of old friends and old enemies. One important one in particular is Baron Zemo, who's once again played by Daniel Brawl. Zemo returns in this episode. If you don't know who Zemo is, he was the main villain of Captain America: Civil War, and he's like a kind of a terrorist dude, and let's just say that he knows something about what's going on. He knows something about the Flag Smashers, and how to stop them. He knows something about where they're getting all their super soldier serum, because that's what that's one of the main things with the Flag Smashers, main important things about the Flag Smashers. They somehow found out what the super soldier serum was, how to make it, and use it on themselves, which is pretty bad considering the fact that they're a terrorist organization. A terrorist group. So basically, Zemo, they basically Bucky and Sam basically have to team up with Zemo. Well, they kind of force him to. Well, Zemo's kind of forced to help them on their mission. Because he just wants to be out of jail. And so basically he helps them on their mission. And he's awesome in this episode. I've always considered Zemo to be a very good villain, a very great villain, but he's a better villain in this episode than he was in Captain America: Civil War. Although he was also a perfect villain in Captain America: Civil War, I really think that they improved his character in this episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I love this episode. It's perfect. It's got great acting. It's got a great story. It's got great pacing. This is the longest episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldiers we've gotten so far. This episode is 50 minutes, compared to like the usual runtime of the episodes, which is about 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes long. But this episode has very good pacing. Everything is perfectly paced and perfectly edited. And I love this episode. It's perfect. This episode has the best action scenes out of any episode so far. Although all of the episodes have perfect action scenes and are perfect episodes, this one is my favorite episode so far. And has the best action scenes, in my opinion. And like, the best fighting choreography. I was really impressed with everything, all the fighting in this episode. It was just so well, it's just so well done. Just so perfect and so fun to watch. This, like the other episodes, this episode was incredibly fun to watch. And it was even more fun to watch than the other ones. Although they're all fun to watch. And they're all perfect. This one was just the most perfect and the most fun to watch. And I really love this episode. It's a perfect episode. We get a lot of we get a few cameos of we get a few character cameos of past characters that have been in the MCU in this episode. And a lot of them, well, they're all really unexpected. In a good way, of course. And this episode was just really thrilling. It's been the most thrilling episode yet. Although all of the episodes have been thrilling and perfect, this one's just the most thrilling and perfect. And I just really love this episode. I love all of the episodes. This has been my favorite episode so far. And I'm really excited to see the next episode. And I just really love I love this series so far. It's been a perfect series so far. I love what it's done. I just love everything about it. And I love this episode, and I love all the other episodes, but this episode is my favorite. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like I have to keep saying it. Anyway, this episode is just awesome, and it's got some humor in it, and the humor is just perfect and hilarious and very witty and very cleverly written. And this episode has great writing. It's very well written. It's very cleverly written. And I just love the chemistry between the characters, especially the chemistry between Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes. Everything in this episode is just perfect, and everything in this series has just been perfect. And I'm going to give this episode a 100% out of a 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. Like, subscribe to the notification squad. I will return.